well, that was pretty quick. I just scanned loads of stuff around the base. Things I had to make. I had to make a trapdoor to be able to study things that move, so I could then get doors and stuff. The main one to really get you going is to add water and earth, and that gives you Victus. And then you can really get going on that. I think Victus and Motus, when you get the things that move, if you do the trapdoor, Victus and Motus gives you Bestia, and then if you've got to work your way to get Humanus from that, which is Bestia and Cognito. Cognito you get from scanning paper, but you need to have Spiritus, which is if you get Perdito and Victus together, then you get Mortus, which is death, and if you mix that with Bestia, then you get Spiritus. So you can scan the paper, and that gives you Cognito. So Cognito and Bestia give you Humanus, and that's what you need to be able to do that one. So that kind of gets you really going, and then once you've got that, then you can study tools, and you can do a bunch of stuff there. So I think if I do this one, steel pickaxe, yeah, there you go, it's going to do that, and that's got some other stuff on it. And then you can do these machines and stuff as well once you've got that sort of stuff, and that really gets you going. I'm not being allowed to scan bed, I must be missing something. Okay, but so that gave me plenty, so that opened up this, which then I don't even need to do a research for, it just straight away do the buy the research for that with your points, which I think uses Metallum and Precantio, I think is what the base for that one was. So I must have research Precantio, which is a surprise. Not sure where I got that from. Oh, from scanning probably one of these things around here, the Crucible perhaps. So yeah, so now I can make Thaumium. I needed to get 4 Precantio to be able to make that into the Crucible. So I need to find something that has got Precantatio, not Precantio, sorry. So in here, if we go through to our Precantatio, yeah, it was the Crucible. So the Crucible has 4 on it. It's also got some other stuff on it as well. There we go, 4. It's got 21 Metallum and 4 Fabrico, I think that one is. So don't really want that many aspects kicking around here because it's going to flood over and it's going to be manky. So if I get rid of that for a start. If I use, I think, sandstone used to be one of the better ones for doing this. Now, I'll have to make some sandstone, which means that's 4 sand, but I want to make a few. If I do this, make sandstone, make 2 of those, learn 1, because that's what you do nowadays. I need a chisel, because I think if I do this, it's just going to be Terra and, yeah, Terra and something. Perdito. So if I mine this up and do this and that, trying to remember which one it is. Let's just work our way through and see what we get. So this one, see, that's got some Precantio on it. Precantatio on it, sorry. I'm going to continually do that, so get used to it. Which one's this? This one has got that one's got Perdito and Ordo and Terra. And this one doesn't have anything. Okay, so I think we're at the end of the line for that. So If we use this one, it's got 1. So if we put 4 of them in, yes, we're going to get some Perdito and Terra in there as well, but it's nowhere near as bad as using a Crucible, and that would be quite expensive. Anyway, can we learn this one? Yes, we can. So we can directly go in here into our table and get the chiseled sandstone straight out. So that's much better. So let's get chiseled sandstone. 1, 2, 3, and 4 will give us enough for 1 thaumium. I'm wondering, 1, 2, 3, and 4 would get us enough for 2 thaumium, so we need 2 ingots, 2 iron ingots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. 1 thaumium. Ah, that's a shame. Never mind. 4. And that gives us 2 thaumium. Okay, so we wanted that for our hammer. Our hammer is going to require, not that, we need shiny for the head, we need paper for 1 plate, thaumium for the other plate, and then we'll use slime for the handle, because slime's got one of the best modifiers for durability. That's the word I was looking for durability. So if we're going to make... Oh, I heard the sizzle of this and thought a creeper had come in through the door. Oof. Ooh, that made me pucker. Right, so, sorry, where were we? Yes, we need 8 thaumium and 8 paper. I've got 2 thaumium. Ooh, see? Oh, that's just unpleasant, isn't it? There we go. Right, so we need more sandstone. So we've got 2, we need 8, so we need enough for 6. 6 times 4, it's some. My maths is going completely. Oh, never mind. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. 7 in total. 8 in total. Hey, we needed 32. I told you that. Never mind. Ooh. It's gone all horrible in here. Let's clean this out. Where's my wand? Right, let's stop that from happening. Oh, how unpleasant. Yeah, that's another reason I'm wanting a separate area for this, but let's deal with it just now. And, right, that gets rid of that. So that's why, you can see why I didn't want to use something that had even more aspects in it that's going to make an even bigger mess. So, that's an annoying feature. Okay, so we've got sufficient of that. We need another 6 iron ingots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can count that far for this one. Right. Can we do them all at once? Yes, yes we can. Okay, let's try and mitigate the horrendous mess that we've got here. Ye gods. That is pretty dire, this mess. Okay, but we're doing not bad. Not bad at all. We've got how do there we go. It wasn't letting me place it there for a second. Okay, We've got 8 thaumium, that's enough to make our plate. We've got some paper on it, we've got some sugar cane on us to make paper. And we need 8 like that. And then, really, 6. Has this got an exchange value? It does. I don't think I've learned that. No. Okay, let's go over here. Now the interesting thing about thaumium is that you don't need to cast it. You use the patterns here rather than melting the thaumium down and doing anything with it that way. That will have done that, so we need paper. We've got 5, 6, 8 to do that. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. We'll do that. Actually, we should get our shiny ingots and start them off as well. Oh, of course, shiny is very expensive, isn't it? Oh, that's cleaned us out of a fair amount of stuff. So that's only 6 ingots. I was going to make a pickaxe, but I don't really need it at the moment. My alumite one will do just now. The problem with some of these is that some of the things that come out of the smeltery the ingots are showing up as different things, like from a different mod. So some mods have an exchange value and some mods don't have an exchange value. If I'll show you ingot. Let's see, iron ingots are fine from Minecraft. Those ones are okay. I wasn't expecting any of those to do it, but the copper ingots from Industrial Craft are okay, but bronze ingots from Industrial Craft aren't. But you can get copper ingots from Railcraft that don't, and bronze ingots from Tinker's Construct don't, but then there's other ones that do. So basically it depends which mod you're looking at, if you actually end up getting what you require. So you get to change it about. What you can do is, if you do manage to get an ingot of one, well, that does work. If you put it in a Jabba barrel, the Jabba barrel will actually take the other ingots from other mods that are related. So bronze from all the different ones, from Forestry, from Tinkers, and from Thermal Foundation, and it will make them all into the same one. So if you put a Thermal Foundation bronze ingot in there, and you've got bronze and Tinker's alloy from the other mods, and put it into the barrel, then it'll make it into the one that was already there. So that's a handy way of doing that. So these tin ones here, I'll show you what I mean. Tin from that, if we go and see this tin from either Industrial Craft or from Thermal Foundation, we'll take this tin ingot, put it in there, and there's 1, and now there's 20. I'll just take them all out. So there, it's done that. So that's really handy, little tip for you. The other thing that I was going to try and get was a unifier, but that needs redstone comparators, which needs nether quartz, which means I'd need to go to the nether, and I haven't done that yet. And yeah, I prefer to leave that for when I'm speaking to you guys. So we need our stone hammer head thing here, and we need to put that in there, and we'll need to get some aluminium brass, of which there is 1 in there, so we'll melt that down. So we'll be able to make our head. We've got the paper here for our our large paper plate, and we need a tough tool rod. Tough tool rod we're going to make out of slime. We've got green slime. I would have liked to use blue slime because it's slightly better, but it doesn't really matter. So let's go slime. Now we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 12 of these. We need some sand. which we need 3, and we need some dirt, of which we need 3. So we need to go like that, like that, like that. To make 3 slimy dirt, we'll use this redstone furnace to make them into the slime crystals. Put their gold in there, and we will be good to go in a second. And block of tin. Am I going to get? You see, it's done it again. I think the tin that actually comes out in ingot form from the smeltery is okay. It's the tin that you get when you cast a block, and then you turn that block back into ingots manually, and it messes it all up. Not a big deal. We can work around it. It's fine. There's our slime things. And if we go here, 1 molten aluminium brass, I'll turn that off. Yeah, I had this all set up with an automation thing earlier on for doing a bunch of ingots, but we will turn that off for the time being. One thing I was going to do was, it does need things that don't have an exchange value. You can actually put into the calcinator and burn them, and then they'll give ash, which has got a value, but come to think of it, there's little point in that because it'll only give ash, not minium dust or verdant dust, and it's only got a value of 1, which is not going to be worth 1/8 of a coal. Coal would burn, you need 1 coal would burn 8 things, but coal is 32 energy, so that wouldn't be economical, is the word I'm looking for. Gosh, I'm having problems with words today. I don't word well today. Right, let's make our slime tough rod, and make our hammer in here. Boop, 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 and boop. Now, techno hammer. Now, do I want it that way around or that way around? Ooh, choices, choices. There we go. Now, do I put a capacitor on it? First of all, yes, I do have enough to make a capacitor, but I think it needs to be, I don't think you can use these capacitors anymore. These ones, I think it actually needs to be an energy cell. I'd need to check, but I'm pretty sure that it needs to be one of these energy cells rather than that. But we could make one of them, it wouldn't be too difficult. Does it say in the book? Materials and use, it would be in here. Modifiers, yeah. Yes, thank you for the fireworks. Always a pleasure, never an annoying thing that deafens you. Smite. Flux. Oh no, it says you can use either. Tools must have at least 1/1000th of the battery's capacity and durability, or this one doesn't say anything about that. So can you use that for cheapness, but that one is a bit more expensive to make, but it doesn't have that limitation? I suppose we can find out. Shall we make a capacitor and a energy cell, or an energy cell? So let's do leadstone. Leadstone energy cell has 400,000 RF, so you need to have 1/1000th. 80,000, so you need 80. Well, it's an awful lot more than 80, isn't it? It's 8,000. So 2 seconds. Okay, I've done a little bit of reading, but I'm still none the wiser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make I'm going to make one of these leadstone energy cells and a leadstone flux capacitor and see where it takes me. Oh, I need to get some sulfur, which means I can pulverize. Well, I'm not going to be pulverizing any netherrack anytime soon. Blaze rods again, don't have. Coal. Coal goes to 15%. Induction smelt stuff. Sag mill, don't have. Okay, let's get some coal. Coal. Let's just do 10 and that'll give us a good chance of getting some. And we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put this back up on the thing, and that can go in there. Come on, there we go. And it has an exchange value, because of course it does. That's just coal, which is good. Which is exactly, oh excellent. I was a little bit concerned because pulverized coal is not used for a huge amount of things, and I don't, you know, it doesn't, you can't burn it. I was a little bit concerned that it might go to waste, but no. I'll take one out, pop it in here. That's fine. So I need 3 redstone, 2 lead, and copper. 3 redstone. 2 lead. What? Did I say 1 copper? Okay. Okay, so we've got that. Ah! Giving myself a fright today, that's for sure. Right, okay. Flux, and it would have charge of 80,000, which is the same as that. Okay. Let's have a look now at our leadstone flux capacitor. It needs this, so block, we need 4 lead, block of redstone, some glass, 3 copper, and a reception coil. So, ingot, 1, 2, 3, copper, 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. Redstone block, I need glass, 2, 3, and 4, and a redstone reception coil. Oh, now is it? No, it's not, is it? It's a conductance coil. Yeah, yes, sneaky, sneaky. So we need that, and we need silver and gold. And we can pop those into our induction smelter together. Pop that in there. Right, let's make this with this and that. Mix that. Exchange energy value, fair enough, that's okay. Can cope with that. I can put 1 in there. Conductance coil doesn't have an exchange value, but electrum does. There we go. That. Perfect. So that should give us 400,000 for this. Yes, 400,000. Now, the question is, do I go for a hardened one? Hardened energy cell. I just need 4 in var. I thought I'd cleaned that out. Oh, that's not nice. Right, anyway, before I get distracted. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, this might not go on it, and if it doesn't go onto it, then it's gonna 2 million? I think it can handle 2 million. Yeah. Yeah. Now I don't have the equipment to be able to make a redstone fluxed one, so I could, yeah, if I went and uses for this. Ooh. So I mean, that's a really complicated thing, but because it doesn't have an exchange value, you only get that, which is an exchange value of 1, so it's pointless to do it. Yeah, so redstone energy cell. Redstone energy cell. Yeah, we don't even use that for that. And it needs diamonds, which I don't have yet. So nope, we're not doing that. So, boom, doing that. That's fine. So we have a techno hammer. Now we need to make an energetic infuser. That'd be the thing to do. Or, how difficult is that? Redstone transmission costs a silver. Need to make another leadstone energy cell. Or, oh no, vibrant capacitors would require some Ender IO stuff, which we don't have other than the generator. In any case, I have just noticed the time. I have already run over quite badly, so I think it's probably time for me to wrap up. I'll clean up this mess here, and I shall make our energetic infuser. We've just seen how we can make some of that stuff anyway, and I'll get our hammer all charged up and see how we can go there. And I might make a start on something for out here for our magic area, but we'll have to look. So until next time, bye bye, bye bye.